Hello everyone. Welcome to the section 4, the lecture 8. So the section 4 is we have seen about the advanced data operations used in data analysis. So in the previous section, we have seen about the data aggregations, like how grouping function, how to group the data using many aggregation functions that we have seen in the previous lecture, like sum, subtraction, multiplication, and then aggregation using mean, mode, median, standard deviation, variance. So those advanced aggregation functions we have seen in the previous lecture. In this lecture, we are going to see the different functions, most important functions for data analysis, indexing, slicing, and iteration techniques. What is indexing? Indexing is mainly used to access a specific rows, columns, or a particular values in a data structures like list, array, or pandas data frames. Indexing is nothing but to pointing out a value specific. That is what called as indexing. Why the indexing is most important? Using the indexing, you can access the particular data which are needed for the analysis, and you can locate a particular rows and columns efficiently. And it is essential for data filtering and analysis based on the indexing values. So by indexing a value based on the condition, rules, you can apply all these three functions. Like you can access a particular data point, and you can locate the rows and columns which is most needed, and you can apply the filtering and analysis on a particular data based on the conditions and operations. Next thing is column indexing. So this is kind of indexing. We have different types of indexing methods: rows indexing, column indexing, value indexing. So here we can see that column indexing. What is column? We will have a data Excel. There we have the rows and column. Rows is nothing but the vertical, and horizontal data will represent as the uh, columns. So here you can see that how to index a column value. So column means vertical. So in that vertical list of data, using that print of data frame, I already said that when you are inputting the data and when you are converting that, any kind of data into data frame will be converted as rows and columns. So in that rows and columns, if suppose you want to extract a particular column which is labeled as name. For example, in the previous lecture, we have seen about the rows and columns, student name, that is the label name. Under the student name, we will have different types of student number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. The student's name will be listed out. If suppose you want, and in the second column, we might have the scores of our respective students. When you want to extract the name of the particular students, then you can go with print of data frame name. So at that time, whatever the values available under the name will be extracted. When you want to apply a particular function on that particular column, you can use this indexing method. Because see, in data analysis, we cannot apply all the functions on all the values. We can apply, but whenever we want to apply a necessary function on a particular data, then we have to index them. According to the index, we can apply the operations. So here in the column, it is labeled as name. Under the name label, we have multiple students' name. So at that time, if you want to extract a particular name column alone, you can use this print, the data frame name, whichever you want to store. Under that, inside the quotes, you have to give the label name. If you give that, it will display the column values. Second thing, row indexing using iLock. So that is position-based row indexing because we have multiple rows. Which particular position that you want. At that time, you can use the same data frame ilog of 0. If it is 0 means first row, because in data analysis, the first value will start from 0th indexing. Indexing is nothing but the pointing of that particular value. In the first location, what point is available? In the second location, which point is available? In the first location means the place. Always in data analysis or Python, it will start from 0. 0 is called as first location. So that is why here, if you give I log of 0, you can extract the first row values. Whatever the values, available values or characters or anything it might be, text or anything it may be, if it is available on the first row, you can extract using I log of 0. If suppose you want to extract the third row, what value we have to give? I log of 2, because the value will start from 0. 0 is first position, 1 is second position, 2 is third position. So third row, if you want to extract the third row, then you have to use 2. So like that, the position will be changed. Always we have to calculate from 0th. Whatever the position you want, according to that, you can give the number in the process. And the same row indexing using dot log. What is the dot log? You just keep in mind that LOC means location. That is labeled based row indexing. The thing is in the above one, position based. Whether it is available in the 0th position, first position, second position or third position. Which position you want. According to that, if you want to select it, I log. And in the second one, dot log. That is labeled based the same way. For example, here you can see that in the column indexing, we have extracted the data using the name label. That is the column label. In the same way, you can extract in row also using the column. The syntax that you have to is dot log. For example, here you can see that print df dot log of 1. Row with the index label 1, whatever the label available in the first row will be extracted from here. For example, the student mark. If it is available, if the student mark is the first row label, then it will be extracted. That is the row indexing using dot log. Where we are going to use this indexing is, the real-time use cases of indexing is, we have to extract a column to visualize a histogram. In that case, if suppose you want to visualize the aging factor of a particular organization, age of the employees, at that time you can use the indexing. Then if suppose you want to get a specific record by ID or index, for example, if suppose you want to display the score of a particular student, for example, the student name, Inesh, like that. So at that time, you can give the ID or index number of a particular student to get the specific record of the particular student or employee or a product. And suppose if you want to create a features for machine learning by accessing a relevant column, for example, we might have 100 or 2000 columns. All the columns we cannot able to process it for the further process. We have to concentrate only on the particular features. For example, if suppose you want to predict the heart disease prediction, heart disease, at that time we have to concentrate on the pressure level, sugar level, heartbeat level, cholesterol level. So, but in the medical data, we will have different types of data like patient name, patient age, patient place of birth, the occupation of the patient, and then the age of the patient, height, weight, many columns will be there. But to predict a heart disease, we need a particular parametrics. So that columns alone we have to select and we have to do the analysis on the particular columns. So if that, in that kind of cases, you can use this indexing operation Using this indexing, the particular columns alone, you can select it separately, and then you can apply this data analysis operations. For example, here you can see that this is the Python example. Again, I'm giving you the information that the Python course, the basics about the Pythons, I'll teach you in the upcoming courses, not upcoming lectures, upcoming courses. Soon I'll upload the Python courses in the Udemy. So for example, here you can see that we are extracting the files, pandas. And here we have the data frame. Data frame is nothing but the Excel, the data, table format of data, rows and columns. So here we have the name label. Name is called as label. Score is also called as label. Under the name label, we have three names, Alice, Bob, Charlie. Under the scores label, we have the scores of the particular students, 85, 90, 78. So if suppose you want to extract a single column, you want to extract the name alone, you want to display the Alice, Bob and Charlie. At that time, you can go with the indexing of a single column. For example, here you can see that here you can see that print, which you want to display the name alone. At that time, you can give data frame name alone. Inside the quotes, you have to give this bracket, you have to give it carefully. And second method in the indexing, I said that single row using a log. What is that location? If suppose you want to extract the label, whatever the data available in the index 1, then it will print. If suppose you want to enter the particular position, if you give ilog, whatever the value available in the second position, that is, if it is a true, automatically it will take the third row because it will start from 0. So when you give second location, it will give you the value of third row. So like that, we can visualize the data in indexing method. And the next thing that we are going to see about slicing. Indexing it nothing but to pointing out a particular value or under the particular column or under the particular rows. Same, the indexing can be done using the location, position based or label based. Next concept, we are moving on to slicing. Slicing is used to extract a range of rows. There the particular value or particular rows. Here the particular range that we are going to extract, range of rows, columns or elements from the data structures. So here we can exclude the start and stop. And then here, first thing is list slicing. Here you have the numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If you want to print 1 to 4 numbers, 1 to 4 means, again, I'm telling you that 0 to, it will start from 0. So you want to print the numbers from 20 to 30. So 20 to 40. So you want to print only these three numbers. At that time, you can use this slicing operation. For example, print numbers, because in the numbers, you are having your data. Your data file is available in the name of numbers. So in the numbers, it will start from 1 because you want to display the value from 20 to 40. Okay, so the position is started from 1. 0 we did not include it. We have started from 1. So in the first position, 20 is available. In the second position, 30 is available. In the third position, 40 is available. You can have a doubt here. We have given the 4 here. But why we did not include it 50? See, this slicing means it has to start from first, before fourth position, whatever the day. 1 to 4, between. The range started from 1 and it is between 4. 1 to 4. So in that condition, we have to exclude that fourth data. Before 4, how many data are available? That we have to enter in. First position data, second position data, and third position data, we have to give it here. That is list slicing. Second thing is array slicing. In the array slicing, the same you have your data in array. You can mention it as array of, that's the data name, file name, 2 and then colon. If it is 2 and then colon, after 2 we have to start it. That is 15, 20, 25. Until the last data, it will be printed. Okay. So it will start from 2 until the end. Array, full array it will display. If it is started from 2, from where we have to start? Because this one is 0. This one is 1. This one is 2. So second to end of the data, it will be displayed. Whole array, it will be taken for the further analysis. That is array slicing. And data frame in row slicing is nothing but it will start from 0. That is the first position. And then 2. First 2 rows. 0, 1 alone will be displayed. Not 2. We have to be very careful in that. Whatever you mention in this place, it will be started from here. And this one is how many steps that we have to. So first 2 rows, we have to print as 0 and 1. Before 2, we have to complete it. That is row slicing. And column slicing, as I said, it started colon, comma, 0. So if it is the case, if you give like this, all rows, first column will be displayed. Where we are using this slicing, when you want to select a time range between this year to this year, and if suppose you want to getting the top or bottom end rows, you can give head of 10, tail of 5 like that. Slicing multiple columns for model output, that you can give it. And the third thing is iteration. Iteration is nothing but the loop over the rows, columns, and values in the data set. Why we are using the iteration? It performs conditional check and it will transform or process the data. It would apply the logic to each row or value. So here also we have the types. Row-wise iteration. Row-wise iteration is nothing but it will access each row in every iteration. For example, for index, row-wise iteration, name and score. So it will check the name label data and score data for every iteration until it completed. And iteration tuple also you can use, which is faster than the row. So directly you can give the command. You can print directly row name and the score name. Directly you can give and you can access. And column iteration, particular column you can mention and you can iterate it. Value iteration, if suppose you want to iterate the score value alone, then you can go with value iteration. And then where we are using that iteration, looping through the rows to apply the conditional logic to find out the high or low performance, and exploiting the selected rows to a file at one at a time. Iterating over columns to calculate the statistics dynamically. And the real world use cases of all this indexing, slicing, iteration, to access a specific column, you can go with indexing. If you want to extract the top end rows, you can go with slicing. If you want to extract the loop, then you can go with iteration rows. Subset data for a particular time period, slicing with condition. Then you can apply logic to each value, iteration to apply. We will just compare all the methods. First purpose, select a specific row or column, you can go with. So if suppose in the purpose, in indexing will give you a select a specific row, column or item. If suppose you want to extract the range, particular range of data, subset of data, you can go with slicing. If you want to perform the loop between the rows, columns for processing, iteration. The syntax, you can use df call, column, particular column, or I location. Here we have to set the range 0 to 3, 5 to 1, 5 to 3 like that. And then speed, the indexing will be very fast, slicing will be very fast, the iteration will be slower since we are comparing one by one. Use cases, if you want to select the column selection, single value, you can go indexing. If suppose you want to perform the time slicing or subset selection, you can go with slicing. Conditional checks or tagging transformation, you can go with iteration. Thank you.